Now today, we're going to introduce you to the PS Audio Power Plant Premier. In this video, we'll cover the Premier's functions, its features, what it does, how it does it, and how to integrate it into your AV system. Now the Power Plant Premier is an AC regenerator, and it's designed to power an entire AV system with perfect AC power. The Premier will deliver up to 1,500 watts of pure regulated AC, which is enough for just about any application. The features of the Premier include a new and perfect AC output regardless of what you put in. 1,500 watts of low distortion AC. Clean, efficient, and quiet operation. 10 power port receptacles on the back, 5 isolated zones that feed those receptacles, and on the front panel, a built-in THD, Total Harmonic Distortion Analyzer. We'll talk more about that. Full protection for any connected equipment. Now, that's a great list of features. And if you've seen our free video from Coal to Coltrane, and I encourage you to do so. If you haven't, give us a call, we'll send you one. You already know that the quality of AC power coming out of your home's wall sockets is not that great, and it's getting worse. Problems in the AC include fluctuating voltage. You know, when you click on the hairdryer and the lights dim down, that's fluctuating voltage. Noise, regulation, dynamic loss, just to name a few. Now, these problems result in poor system performance issues that include the loss of dynamic range, weak bass, brighter, harder sound. Now, to get the most out of your system, it is imperative that you build a solid power foundation first, and there's nothing better for that job than a Power Plant Premier. The first thing the Power Plant Regenerator does is it gets rid of the dirty AC altogether by converting it to clean and pure DC, a new form, and that's the same as a battery. And then the Premier regenerates brand new, perfect AC from that DC for your equipment. A good way to help understand about what the Premier is doing is to relate it to filtered water versus purified water. Now, if you have very dirty water, it's almost impossible to filter out all the impurities from that water. A better way to clean it is to actually regenerate new water. And that process starts by first boiling the dirty water. Boiling the water converts that dirty water to clean steam, leaving all the dirt and impurities behind, and then that steam condenses into pure water. This is the same idea found in the PS regenerator. We don't use steam, but we do convert the dirty AC to another form, dirty water to steam. This time it's DC, and then we convert that distorted AC, that DC, into perfect AC. So it's kind of the same thing. Once you have perfect AC from the Premier, the improvements in system performance are dramatic. Far better dynamics. Now let's face it, most power conditioners rob your system of dynamics, not a power plant. Bass, openness, transparency, harmonic details. Somebody strikes a guitar, an acoustic guitar, the afternotes just ring with harmonic richness when you're playing it on a power plant. Now, unfortunately, we never get a perfect sine wave out of the wall. This is because when the AC leaves your city's utility plant, as we saw in the Coal to Coltrane video, it's clean and it's very low distortion. But along the way to your home, the power is shared, and it's shared by industry and thousands of your neighbors. And it gets distorted, cell phones, computers, washing machines. By the time it reaches your house, it's pretty bad shape. We felt it was important to provide our customers with the means to actually measure the problem and then see how well the regenerator works. And that's why we designed this THD meter on the front panel of the power plant. A typical THD meter, like our AP, is $22,000. You get it on the front panel. So now we can measure the condition of our line and the level of improvement provided by the power plant. You can see that we have about 3.5% distortion here in the listening room. Well, by pressing the button on the front panel, I can now look and see what the power plant is putting out. And that is putting out about 0.3%. MultiWave and CleanWave are two features unique to the power plant. These features are available through the included remote control, which also handles the dimming of the display, on, off, etc. MultiWave is a different waveform than a sine wave. It's very close, but the difference is it extends the peak charging time of the sine wave, and the effect, which is rather dramatic as an improvement on the sound of your equipment, is like adding a whole set of capacitors to your equipment's power supply. By extending the charging time of the sine wave, right at the very peak of the sine wave, MultiWave in effect lowers the ripple of the power supply of the associated equipment in the same way that adding a whole bank of extra capacitors would do the same. Now, CleanWave is the second feature, again available on the remote as well. CleanWave, easiest way to describe it in very brief terms, it degausses or demagnetizes the system that it's connected to. Now, it does this by sending little amplitude bubbles, little amplitude changes throughout the sine wave for about 10 seconds. It counts down on the front panel, and you use this between cuts or between CDs or albums that you play. And both MultiWave and CleanWave make a dramatic improvement to the way your system sounds. This is an actual regenerator out of the power plant. Now, these are heat sinks. These are the big output transistors, if you can see them here. It's actually a big power amplifier. I mean, that's plain and simple. It's a giant 1500 watt dual power amplifier. One side's here, the other side's here. You can see the circuitry here and here. And what you're not seeing is all the capacitors that go inside of here and the big transformer and all that stuff. But this is the actual regenerator. Now, I bring that to your attention because this regenerator inside of here actually can deliver more energy than what you can get out of the wall. No passive device can do that. Only something that's active, that stores energy in its capacitor banks and then delivers that energy. We can put out to 50 amps of energy into your equipment at peaks, and we do so routinely to fill in the top of the sine wave. This makes a dramatic difference in dynamic range, in things that you see on your projector, a more three-dimensional image. This really works, and it really makes a difference. What comes out of your wall is limited to 15 or 20 amps. When you can throw 50 amps peak current into your system, you got a heck of a thing going. Do me two favors. Make sure that your AC foundation is a good one in your system. Whether you use our products or not, just make sure you get the AC right. And secondly, visit the AudioFile Wiki, www.audiofilewiki.com. This is something that's near and dear to my heart. I've wanted for a long time, and everyone at PS Audio has wanted for a long time, to try and get more information and more understanding in high-end audio. And we've developed this site, and we're paying for the site, but it's not for profit. There's no ads. It's just something that we want to do to provide information to people about high-end audio and about high-end in general. If you have something to contribute, please do so at the AudioFile Wiki. If not, head over there, take a look, and see what you think. Anyway, thanks so much. See you later.